Hello and welcome to another tutorial on Madhubani art, and today we are going to see some beautiful border designs. As you all know, borders are a very important part of any Madhubani painting and they really make it more beautiful. So today we are going to learn different border designs, and I'm going to sketch using this nib. You can also use a pen, a waterproof pen, to do it, and I'm just going to dip this in this ink and I'm just sketching it. So you can also make an acrylic paint solution if you want instead of the ink, but as this is not a final painting, so the material is not that relevant. This is just kind of some designs, some ideas that I want to share with you all, and you can use these designs for your various different Madhubani paintings. So first we will do is prepare all the frames, and these border designs I'm going to show you with corners so that you don't get confused. So we will just try to prepare the frame on two sides, of course, so that we also cover the corner and two sides of the painting. So we will make these frames of various sizes. So here, as you see, we will just try to first sketch the frames. Now, as you see, you can lightly sketch it with a pencil and then move your pen, or in case you're using this calligraphy pen or nib, move it freehand so that you get that rawness, that perfect look of folk art. So this is how you do it. So the double line frame on the paper, just to see some different border designs. So we move on and we will try to finish the frames first, and then I'm going to show you exactly what designs we are going to make today. So as I said, we are going to create 5 different designs, various designs of Madhubani borders. Now these borders are of different sizes. So these are 1 centimeter, 0.8 centimeter, 1.8, 1.2 and 1 centimeter. So all these are of different sizes because we are going to create different designs for the borders. So we begin with our first design, and for the first design what we have to do first is divide the frame that you drew in squares. So for the squares, I'm not taking exact measurement, but it should look like a square approximately. Of course, the sizes can vary, and that is the right way because we are doing a folk art and we are not doing some fine arts that you need to have exact measurement. So here, after drawing those squares inside, we diagonally cut it and turn it into triangles, and then inside those triangles create some mini triangles and shade it on the other side. So this is basically the design, the first design for the border, which is perfectly a geometric pattern, and geometric patterns are very commonly used in Madhubani painting if you look at it. So this is a very simple design, but once you use it for any painting that you create on all 4 sides as a border design, it stands out and it looks very beautiful. So this is how we are going to go ahead with this design. And moving on, we come to our next design, the second design. And for the second design, we are using circles. So I drew a circle just right in the corner, and then 2 semicircles, or you can say C, just as the English letter C, but oppositely placed, and then turning it into floral pattern. Now the first circle that we created in the corner, which we are also creating after those floral pattern again. So we are going to shade it with these fine lines, these checkered pattern. So this is basically our design, a very simple design, but it looks also very interesting and beautiful once you make it as your border design. So these border designs are completely new patterns. I have never made this probably on my any other video. So these will help you give some new designs for your journal, for your art journal, and you can use, as I said, for any other Madhubani painting that you are using. So this we are going to exactly repeat on the other side. As I said, borders are very important to see exactly how to do the corners. So I'm going to show you exactly here. For the corners, we are just going to extend it on the other side. So you have to just remember that whenever you are making a border, so start from the corner. It really helps because once you begin from the corner, you don't you know exactly how to proceed. So that is one tip from my side. So I usually start from the corner. It really gives me a perspective. It really makes helps me understand how to proceed with the design further. So here we go with the second one. We just do the same thing, repeat. So one circle, then those floral patterns created using semicircles. Again, there will be a circle coming. So this is what we are going to do for the second border design, as you see here. So every time dipping it in the ink and then trying to create the design. So as I said, the material is not really relevant here. These designs are just for practice. You are going to use it for your painting. So here we go, and we will just complete the first one also and the second one. So this is how it should look like. The two designs are complete, not really complete, but I showed you exactly how to do it. And then we will move on with the third one, and the third one being super simple. As I said, we begin with the corner always and then creating these triangular patterns. So first we will do it on both sides, as you see. So this is how we move on with the triangle on the other side from the corner. So this is how we do, and then we are going to create some floral pattern inside these triangles. Now these patterns are very interesting. So what we have to do is start with a semicircle and divide it into 4 equal parts and join it using semicircles to create a floral pattern. So this is what we did in one triangle. Now in the opposite triangle, since it is placed oppositely, so we will do on the other corner and we will try to connect it. So here you have to note that the lines that you created using these semicircles and these double lines used for the floral pattern should touch each other oppositely in the two triangles. So this will give a very nice shape once it is done completely on the border. So if you make it exactly like this, and it creates a very nice pattern, this floral pattern, it really creates a very nice pattern uniformly throughout the border. It gives you kind of inverted floral pattern. Every triangle you invert it, so it really looks beautiful. So this is one of my favorites and I love using this pattern for my paintings. So this is another pattern that we created. And we will move on. So exactly I showed you how to do the corner. Since the corner had the triangles in the same direction, so we made a big semicircle and a big floral pattern. That's the only difference that we are going to see here. Now moving on to the next pattern, the fourth one, which we are going to create using lotuses. Lotuses are also very commonly used in Madhubani paintings. So if you use these designs, it looks really nice, and also it is a very authentic way to make a border using lotuses. So here we are going to start again. As you saw, we started with the corner, and now when we draw the next lotus, you have to just invert it. So you have to change the direction. You probably might have seen similar design which I created for some other painting, but this is again, as I said, something new. So here we go, again inverting it in the other direction. So now we put it downwards the earlier, now the lotus comes upwards. So this lotus has just 3 petals. So this is basically the design, and you have to repeat it. So you have to repeat it on all sides. Now here again we move to our square, but here this time the square that we used in the first design we just created using single lines, but here we are doing it with double lines. So probably this design is the simplest, the easiest design that you can see, and inside these squares we will place another squares. So this is the simplest design that we will have. So inside these squares we are going to place another squares, as you see here. So here we go. We will place these tiny mini squares inside these big squares that we have. And we move ahead on the other side. So this is the simplest borders design out of all 5. And probably we made this earlier, this design. So yeah. So we saw this design, but this is also a very nice design. Once you make it, and these tiny mini squares that are created, you can use multiple colors, you can fill it with different colors, and it looks really beautiful. It gives a very nice border design to your painting. So this is what we do. We are going to finish this design, and this is how it should look like once your black and white sketch is done completely. So now is the time to fill in colors. Now, as I always say, it is important to have a look at where to fill in colors. It's not important what colors we are filling. Of course, you can have your own color choices, color combinations, but very important to look here exactly in the design where exactly to fill in the colors. So we start with pink for the lotus, but as you see here, I'm not filling it in all the petals, but just in the two corner petals. The center will be filled with some other color. Similarly, for the other design also, I'm not filling it everywhere, and so on. So here you have to just see how to play with colors, how to fill it, and where exactly to fill the colors. So we start with pink, move on, and then we use a very nice subtle green color. So pink and green is anyway a very nice combination. You can also use it for other things, and it looks really beautiful. So similarly for the fifth design that we made, and the lotus, and the above the second design with the circle and semicircle floral pattern. So this is how you use the colors, and where exactly to fill it is very important to look at here. So then we move on to bright yellow, and if you create the background with a bright yellow, it really highlights your motifs and makes it even more beautiful. So we will go on, and I'll put the completed painting, sorry, not painting, but the designs at the end, and you can have a look at it, or you can also look at my Instagram handle. You can see it on your screens right now, which is at the Tanushri, and you can follow me there. You can share your designs, you can take my feedback, you can talk to me and connect with me as well. So then we move on with a bright and dark shade of blue for the third design, which is one of my favorites, as I said earlier also, and see how beautiful it looks like. So we are almost done, and this video is about to end. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit the like button if you like this video, and help me promote this amazing folk art, and share it with more and more people who are keen to know about it, who are keen to learn this folk art form from India or from Bihar, which is called Madhubani painting. So here we go. So these red and blue combination also looks fantastic, and it looks really beautiful for any design. So this is how it should look like. Thank you so much once again for watching. Stay safe and stay healthy, and take care of yourselves.